Okay, here we go again. I'm still into videos from Friday, but I haven't finished that day up yet. But this is one of those frustrating ones. This is one where you get that, that liberal that is got every single talking point ever uttered drilled into them, and hasn't got a clue what the hell they're talking about, but think they do because they listen to Rachel Maddow or late night comedians, and they think, well, hell, we got it all together. They don't. So I could break in from time to time and point out where this guy is ridiculous and break this down, but I'll let you do that. And because frankly, I haven't got the time to do that. It's kind of like, it's fun and interesting. You keep on breaking into the videos, but maybe if you guys, I get some more time to do it, I'll be able to do that. But I can't get to the videos I can get to. I need to get to if I have to spend too much time in any one. So please help me out with this. Dealing with these morons out there is not easy. This takes a toll. And I need some help, okay, folks? So my last video, I went ahead and did a sales pitch. I'm doing a short one again. Please go ahead and do something about this. Contribute, please, if you can. Spread the videos around, and whatever you can do. The thing is, this ain't easy. Yes, this video will be a testament to. I have to apologize towards the end there, the pile driver, if it isn't enough out there. The pile driver interfered with the last about third of the video. But if you can put up with that, you'll be able to see me go ahead and kind of just get frustrated with these two brainwashed people. I'm going to call them idiots because I think they could be turned. They're not your run of the mill. Well, they are run of the mill, but they're not the run of the mill idiot that won't at least engage. At least they engaged. I'll give them that. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I give them like a 2 for going ahead and at least standing there and engaging. I'll give them a 4, 4.5. Just for standing in and engaging, So again, the routine. Like if you like, share if you care, and by all means, subscribe and support. And I'll see you on the streets.
So I kind of get it now, I think.
Okay.
Not Democrat, not Republican, just pissed off at both sides for not doing the right thing.
Yeah, pretty much. I think most people are seeing through the BS left-right paradigm now.
Sure.
They know that the media lies to you. They know what being put on. And it seems like only the dullest of people still get caught in that identity politics.
Right.
So, that's what's got him in, I think, because he wasn't a politician.
Yeah. What do you do now that he's in?
Well, what do you do if, arguably 50 years of hardcore corruption that's been embedded into our system? You try to get rid of it, but you have to get rid of it, just the same way it got in, a little bit at a time, because you aren't going to get rid of it all at once.
That is true. You think he's doing that?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. I mean, just look at the FBI alone. Well, Strzok just got fired. So what does that make? 7, McCabe 8. And so we're looking at about the top 7 people in the FBI are gone. I mean, that right there is unprecedented. The fact that none of them have been indicted yet is something to come because they committed crimes.
Now, I will ask you this, though. With all of the people in his administration are doing all the kind of things that they're doing, corruption-wise.
Well, like what?
Like his, who's the cat that's doing the, all of them, really. Shit. Yeah, the dude who's... There's 10 of them.
Manafort, you talking about?
No, not really. That has to do with his campaign. We know they were crooked.
Oh, very kind of you. Thank you. Yeah.
Just the people in his cabinet that are surrounded by scandal right now.
What scandal?
All the scandals, all the money scandals that they have. They just let me Google it because I can't think off the top of my head. I wasn't really thinking politics today, but.
Yeah. Well, one, I look at it this way. Who's making those charges? Because, again, once you get an outsider into the machine is going to do everything they can. They'll make up charges on you.
So you don't think there's anything, even with all these meetings that they lied about with the Russians, that they're just good with that?
It's total bullshit.
Why'd they lie about it?
What lie? I mean, let me
His son lied about it for the entire time?
There's nothing to lie about. Let me give you the one. There's no law against collusion. Okay, you cannot bring up the code.
Yeah, but there may not be any law against collusion, but conspiracy. There's a law against conspiracy.
For what? This is what the meeting was about. They called them. Remember, they called up the Trump campaign and they said, we have dirt on Hillary Clinton, but in exchange for this dirt, we want you to get rid of the adoption sanctions. Okay, let's have a meeting. They got in the meeting, and he was in there for a few minutes, and he goes, oh, this is bullshit. And says, that's all it was. So it's not against the law to meet with someone.
That he praises and likes all the dictators versus anyone else?
Excuse me?
I'm asking.
Well,
he is fond and loves all dictators.
Wait.
North
You mean
Korea,
the guy that
Russia.
he called Rocket Man before this? You mean the guy you mean the fact that right now that Ron Paul, I listened to yesterday, just got back from Russia and talked to all the Russians over there, just got back and said, right now we are at the worst we've ever been with Russia because of the sanctions that Trump has... What are you rolling your eyes for?
Because Congress passed it and Trump never enforced it.
Wait.
What sanctions? I know
he's got the heaviest sanctions right now. But what do you got against talking with Russia?
I'm just asking.
What do you got against talking with Russia?
We don't talk to Russia.
Why not?
Because we don't have an alliance with him. That's why.
Why shouldn't we?
Because he's a dictator, and we.
Why he got elected, lady? He got elected.
Yeah, he got elected a lot of times.
So what difference does that make? What are you supposed to do? We have to have. Would you rather go to war with them?
No.
We weren't near that either.
Yeah.
We are closer now to it than we were before.
I wouldn't say
I don't think so.
Well, that's what Ron Paul just said.
Yeah, Ron Paul's a special guy all by himself. You know?
Well, then I listen to the guys that are all by themselves. It's the crowd I'm worried about.
Yeah, I guess so.
But if you want to go along with the crowd and be that group thing,
no.
You go right ahead and keep on doing that, and you keep on believing to these guys right here.
I don't.
Because right now, when they say that the media is the enemy of us, you better believe it.
Yeah, but the only person that says that is him.
Oh, no, not the only basis. I'm out here on the streets talking to people around the world every day out here, and you are the first person to come up and say that today. The first one. And I speak to Evan. You go to my YouTube channel, and you could go ahead, and I got over 1,000 videos up, and I speak to people from around the world here, and I'm telling you right now, you stay in your little echo chamber, you'll believe that. You get out here on the street and talk to the people, and I guarantee you will come away a different person, because it's not true. You understand, you judge a person by their enemies.
But where do you get your information from?
Well, I do things like read books.
I know, I get it.
Wow.
But they don't come out.
And listen to people that they try to silence, like InfoWars.
Oh.
Because, you know, you listen to the people they try to silence. I mean, that's what I'm talking about here. Could you please explain to me and defend the left's war on the First Amendment? Because I was on InfoWars last night. I was a guest. I've been on the show several times. I am obviously a proponent of the First Amendment on steroids.
Sure.
And I will talk to anybody and everybody. Come on, let's debate.
So you're a proponent of the First Amendment. What do you think about the NFL players kneeling at the games?
Do you have a job?
Sure.
Good. When you go to your job, before you start, can you, before we put up this framework, I want to tell you guys I'm real pissed off. I want to take 10 minutes and tell you how pissed off I am at all this shit that's going on. You wouldn't have your job very long, would you? And if I pay $150 to go be entertained, I don't want some millionaire telling me how shitty things are. Fuck them. I'm sorry, you talk about the hypocritical bullshit.
No, but some of those millionaires like LeBron James are building schools for people who don't have the money.
Good for him. And he put in a quarter. 3/4 of it's coming from the state. So we start out with a quarter. I know my shit. I know what I'm talking about. But what difference does it make? That means he can do whatever. What does that make? So what? He gives his money to people. Good for him. That doesn't give him the right to shove his views down my throat when I go pay good money.
Is it viewers and awareness?
Look, you don't think we're already aware when they shove it in our throat in every other fashion? You can't watch an entertainment show. You can't watch a movie. You can't listen to a late night comedian. You can't go anywhere without the left going, hey, you gotta think like us. You can't do it. You can't go anywhere. And the last thing I want to do is when I pay $150 to go to a football game, again, is have some millionaire. I mean, you know what's odd though is that when Tim Tebow was doing it when he was in the NFL for God knows how long, say it was a couple of years he was in there, no one cared. No one said anything. He did it every game. Did what? He prayed.
He kneeled. Yeah.
He prayed to God.
So maybe they're praying.
That's not what they're saying, and that's a bullshit excuse.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're just saying it. And it's bullshit. And I'm calling bullshit, and you know it's bullshit.
He was kneeling.
Yeah, he was praying, and that's a whole different. And you can rationalize yourself into all the way to hell, pal.
I enjoy the conversation, though. But listen, man, I still appreciate what you're doing because it's why we live here in this country.
Then would you please tell the liberals who are trying to shut up the right to get off it and stop it? Because right now they're trying to shut down InfoWars, and 97% of the conservatives on the internet are being harassed. My site is being shoved down. They've got a governor on me.
Listen, I don't necessarily agree with that as long as the information you're providing is opinion, and it's your opinion, and if it's fact-based, it's fact-based.
Who gives a shit if it's fact-based? I got the right to say anything I want. Absolutely. You got the right to go or not go to my site.
Absolutely.
It's like no one's forcing anybody to go to InfoWars and watch them. So why are they trying to shut them up then? The guy's got, like, what, 50 million listeners a week?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
I do. He's got 50 million listeners a week. As I said, I've been on the show. I was on last night. So, I mean, how do you just tell those 50 million listeners, I'm sorry, you're too stupid. You can't listen to him. We're going to tell you who to listen to.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Well, that's what the left is doing right now.
It's not necessarily the left.
It's not necessarily the left? Well, then name the person in Silicon Valley that's right.
Controls Congress, the House, the presidency, all aspects of government. So if government's going to shut something down, it's the Trump administration that's going to do it.
Well, I don't know about that, because then we go back to Democrat-Republican pairs. We go back to the fact that the corruption goes across party lines.
Right, and then I guess
so we're talking about the deep state here now.
I don't know about that. But
what do you mean you don't know about that?
Listen, Trump's White House.
You don't know about the deep state?
Trump controls it.
Right? Well, wait. Again, are you telling me a deep state doesn't exist?
I don't necessarily think it does.
It doesn't. Are you familiar with what Eisenhower said in his farewell address? Listen to Eisenhower's farewell address. This is a quote from it. beware of the military-industrial complex and the technological elites gaining unwarranted power. That was in 1961, all right? And then you had Robert F. Kennedy get his head blown off after he made the speech that got Kennedy killed, in which he names the shadow government. He called, 10 days before they blew his head off, he called it, it's the shadow government. They are bigger than all other governments. They have their own way of doing things. Their deeds are not recorded. Their misdeeds are not reported on.
I don't necessarily.
So it exists. And then if you read books like this.
Who writes the books? The same people that get on TV and talk on TV. So it really just depends.
Oh, so you're just another groupthink liberal, like, who writes the books? Well, why don't you do the research? Why don't you do the research?
When I read something,
Find out this is David Howard Brown. I mean, he's, or why don't we look at this one? This guy's a Harvard professor, right? Right here, The American Deep State with Peter Dale Scott, Harvard professor. Maybe that'll ring a bell from Berkeley. He thought he might go to Berkeley, right? So, the deep state exists. It's there. It's there to keep the people in power. And if you don't recognize that, then you're just playing on the surface kiddie pool of politics. You have no idea what's in the depth and underneath it. Because there is a whole nother government beyond this one that's bigger and badder than anything you've ever witnessed.
So I got one more question. No one was talking about deep state and or the media being biased for the past 8 years. Why are we talking about it now and Republicans control everything?
Well, that's begin. You say nobody. I know people that have been talking about it for the past 30 years. I know a lot of people that have been talking about it. You know, David Ray Griffin, we can start where, there. The father of, who wrote the book on the monster from Jekyll Island, exposing the fraud of the entire Federal Reserve System and how they've made us into debt slaves. So, I mean, we can go for 30 years now, but you don't hear because they silence these people. Cooper, they killed him. I mean, they keep on killing. I mean, you stand up for what you believe. Do you think they're going to allow you to do that?
You know there's a system that allows the rich to control our country. I mean, that's what it is.
Well, then you're talking about the deep state.
So that's been a long time.
Then you're talking about the deep state.
The only thing that we can do is vote and make sure everyone votes.
Well, that's one. Yeah, that's one. If it matters.
How else do you do it?
Well, that's the way we've written the conscript that we have.
Sure.
But even that has been perverted.
Exactly. You're right, and it gets perverted every single day.
Talk about a deep state.
I beg your pardon, I can't hear you. Can you
talk about a deep state.
What?
But Putin,
why?
She's on the ring. Putin got elected.
No, I don't want to stand over there because he's reporting us.
Oh.
Why are you afraid to be on camera?
I'm not afraid to be on camera.
If you're so strong in your convictions, what's wrong with you spreading them?
How could you talk about a deep state in America and then say Putin got elected? How could even those things come out of your mouth?
I'm sorry, what did you just
So
say?
is there a deep state over there as well? That's what you would say now, right? That there's got to be a deep state over there.
I think every country has their dealings with whatever oligarchs or people, that run the thing. Yeah, but what we're talking about is a deep state that goes beyond boundaries and goes beyond countries.
He slipped through the cracks of the deep state.
Just like Putin's thing is, that's what they do over there. He gets elected no matter what. He's going to be a president again.
I've spoken to people from Russia out here probably on a weekly basis. I speak to at least one couple from Russia. I always ask them, and I get different opinions, but he's very popular over there. It's not because they're being forced to go ahead and vote for him. He's extremely popular.
Well, I don't know how, because his people are poor.
Well, you don't know how he's popular. You can't figure that one out, yet he is. Go to one of his rallies, and they got people waiting outside the door.
People at his rallies.
Oh, bullshit.
Only the ones they pay.
Bullshit.
The ones they pay can go.
You see, you are so full of bullshit now, and I will call you that, because, again, I've got people out here, you can listen to my videos, young black people that are all for Trump. Go listen to them.
We will.
Yeah. You better wake up, pal. And stop being afraid to get on camera. Show your views, lady. Don't be such a coward.